Good afternoon. The Philippine government calls for a non-escalation of the situation in the Middle East as it expresses deep concern over the increasing tension in the region. In a statement, the Department of Foreign Affairs conveys the Philippines' appeal, urging all parties to refrain from escalating the situation and rather work towards a peaceful resolution of the conflict. The DFA adds that the country advocates for all states to adhere to the principles of international law. The statement comes after the Portuguese container ship MSC Aries, reportedly linked to Israel, was seized by Iranian forces on April 13. 4 Filipinos were reported to be among the crew members of the MSC Aries. Based on reports, other seafarers held hostage by Iran are from Russia, India, Pakistan, and Estonia. Meanwhile, Department of Foreign Affairs Undersecretary Eduardo de Vega says all Filipinos aboard the 25-crew vessel are in good condition. De Vega adds that the 4 Filipinos were given the assurance of eventual and safe release. The Metropolitan Manila Development Authority says it has yet to monitor any public transport disruption following the strike initiated by transport groups on Monday, April 15. In a press conference, MMDA Chairman Romando Artes says that there has not been a disruption in public transport.
So far, as of this morning, wala naman pong disruption sa pampublikong transportasyon. Maayos po ang lagay ng biyahe ng mga jeepneys.
Artes adds that none of its 400 vehicles on standby have yet to be deployed to cater help to motorists.
In fact, wala pa po tayong na-deploy na libreng sakay. Out of around 400 vehicles na naka-standby para po sa augmentation natin kung sakaling kailangan. Pero so far, as of this morning before the press con, ay wala pa po tayong nade-deploy.
Transport groups Piston and Manibela's transport strike commenced this Monday, April 15. The demonstration is in defiance of the government's earlier pronouncement that the public utility vehicle consolidation deadline on April 30 will no longer be extended. Piston previously said that a series of transport strikes and protest actions will be conducted across the country. However, Artes says the MMDA was able to talk with some members of Piston and Manibela.
According sa pakikipag-usap natin doon sa mga transport sectors, particularly doon sa mga miyembro nitong dalawang grupo, ibiyahe muna daw po sila bago po sumama doon sa tigil pasada. Diyan natin makikita na ito pong mga tigil pasada na pinapanawagan ng dalawang grupo. Ang number 1 na naapektuhan dyan ay yung kanilang miyembro. Bakit? Dahil sa pagtigil pasada, nawawalan sila ng kita.
According to Artes, President Bongbong Marcos has given the transport groups ample time to comply with PUV consolidation. Transport groups have been calling for the complete disposal of the franchise consolidation requirement as well as the PUV modernization program, fearing that these measures would be detrimental to their livelihood. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. should be content and no longer eye for a term extension after his 6-year rule, according to former President Rodrigo Duterte. In his speech during a rally in Tagum City, Davao del Norte on April 14, the former president aired his opposition against the government's ongoing push for the charter change. Duterte reiterated that Marcos should be happy and finish his 6-year term as President of the Philippines. Duterte added that President Marcos should appreciate the chance given to him by Filipinos despite the bad history during the presidential term of his late father, former President Ferdinand Marcos Sr. On March 12, Duterte warned President Marcos that he should not follow his father's footsteps in extending his term. On February, President Marcos expressed his support in amending the 1987 Constitution, but only on its economic provisions, since these amendments are strategically aimed at boosting the country's economy. Local oil companies will implement another round of fuel price increases effective Tuesday, April 16. In separate advisories, the companies announced that pump prices of gasoline will climb by 40 centavos per liter and diesel by 95 centavos per liter. The price of kerosene will likewise rise by 85 centavos per liter. Shell Pilipinas and Sea Oil will implement the price adjustments by 6 a.m., followed by clean fuel at 4:01 p.m. This marks the 5th consecutive week of price hikes for gasoline and the second for diesel and kerosene. According to the Department of Energy Oil Industry Management Bureau, Israel's attacks on Gaza Strip pulled prices up. However, it said crude and fuel inventory buildup in the United States tempered the increases. Here's the latest roundup of today's top stories. Transport groups begin two-day strike to protest non-extension of franchise consolidation. MMDA says the strike has not disrupted public transport. Ban on e-bikes and e-trikes takes effect today, but MMDA says it will only start issuing traffic violation tickets on April 17. And the Philippine government urges non-escalation of the situation in Middle East. These are the stories you need to know today. I'm Neil Mercado. Follow INQUIRER.net on Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Reddit. For more stories, visit INQUIRER.net. Good afternoon.